All right, this hand looks pretty good. We're going to keep. We have the Skirk Prospector Rally lined up. If our opponent kills all our stuff, that's not a big deal. I honestly, I read Ratadrabic during like preview season or whatever, but I just gave it a passing glance. I just was like, oh, that's definitely just a card for a different era, you know? It's not for me, it's for Commander. All right, Phoenix Chick. So we're playing against a Tarka Red. We'll lead off with Foundry Denizen. That threatens the most damage. All right. Because we have the Rally and the Skirk Prospector, I may try to aggressively trade my creatures for theirs if they let me. We're on the draw against a hyper-aggressive strategy. This could be a really difficult matchup because it's all about board presence, and with Burning Tree Emissary, we are usually losing that fight. Yes, it does. It does, Bad Chef. I think the card's great. Okay, so they went for Pump with Rimrock Knight instead of casting Rimrock Knight. I do not think that's very smart, but here we are. It's fine. All right, we're going to offer a trade. We got to get a little aggressive. I'm going to probably try to trade Conspicuous Snoop for the Burning Tree. Since next turn we can play Snoop plus Prospector or Snoop plus card off the top. Swiftspear. If this is a shock on the Snoop, we're in trouble. Okay, so this is 2, 4, 5. We're at 11. Not great. But holding back the Foundry Street to block is just not worth either, right? So top card is a Horde Master. We can't play it this turn unless we sack a bunch of things, so we'll just keep on keeping on. All right, Kamano is going to pump the Swiftspear. I'm going to double block, I think. I think we can kill this Monastery Swiftspear. I doubt they have another shock, and if they do, we'd be dead anyway. It's not really a big deal. All right, so we kill that. We take 3. We're at 7. Last card is just Mountain. Okay. I think I'm going to say... Or I think I'm going to attack for 3. I think I'm going to hold back these two, the Horde Master and the Prospector, and we're going to offer trades for Burning Tree and Rimrock Knight, and then we're going to maybe rally for the kill off of Foundry Street. Target still out there? Sweetie. Yeah. Deck's pretty good, actually. Alright, opponent deep in the tank on this attack. Oh, they found a Play With Fire? That's so gross. Sacred Founder enters the zone. Alright, so we're going to take 3. We're going to trade with the Rimrock Knight if they let us. Definitely. Oh, wait, are we lethaling? Are we lethaling with Rally? We can go Rally? Yeah, we'll just say okay. We can just lethal pretty easily, I think, here. We can sack, like, both Snoops for mana. Sack the Prospector for mana. If we hit an extra land, that could be good, too. And then if we just hit some 1-drops off the Horde Master, we can kill them. Alright, so let's start with white, red. And this is the point of the deck, right? We traded, and now we use Foundry Street or other ways to kill our opponent. I don't think this is quite lethal as is, right? So this is, what, 5, 7? Okay, so now we just go activate, red, sack, 1. GG. And that's why Rally's fucking sick in the deck. Alright, so we're playing as Targa Red, so we're going to definitely bring in Chain Whirler. I'm thinking about bringing in Thalia Guardian as well. And we can maybe cut the Rally and the Fables and just play like early game beatdowns. The Rallies are much better when your opponent is doing attrition stuff. Fables similarly good when your opponent's playing attrition, but when they're not, I think it's good to just lower the curve and be a creature deck. Smurl says, love the commentary so wild. Ken Takahama never lost a game. Yeah, Ken was great. He didn't lose very much on camera, but he lost in the quarters off camera, and I was very upset. Aww. Yeah, he was. Did he win his last match? And I thought that made him top 8, but it didn't. I was sad. All right, double burning tree. Let's hope it's not too bad. I mean, this is their turn 2. If they play a reckless bushwhacker, there's not a ton I can do about it. Hopefully they don't have artifact or audacity. This green mana just rots. They just hit me for 2, and then we can get instigator in play. I'll probably attack with the Founder Street. I will take the 2. Let's instigator this turn. Because the Foundry can't trade, I'm going to attack. We're going to take a big hit next turn, probably. I'm hoping it's not too many points. And I really need to draw 1 drop so we can go Horde Master plus 1 drop. Goblin War Chief if we want to, but we're playing Fable instead in this build. Yo, Kirk Bros, thanks for the 24 months. 2 years of subs. Says Roll Tide. Roll Tide, baby. All right, let's hope it's not a Tarkus command. All right, it's just Reckless Bushwhacker is all. No big deal. Just dead. We're at 5. Dang. All right, well, we'll play Chain Whirl this turn. And then we'll say go. Oh, they can get the finishing back anyway. That was probably a mistake. But this has first strike, so it'll be 3, 4. Bumat. All right, cool. So they attack with everything. They bring Chick back. We trade here. Eat one of these. Chump block, something like that. Let's see if we can find a block where we don't die. Pretty difficult to do, I think, because this is just free 2. I think we have to chump block a burning tree. Let's go here, here, here. We take 4. Great start from our opponent. Not really a lot we can do, to be honest. All right, GG. Definitely keeping this one. We got the old Foundry Street into Instigator. This could be a nice one. All right, we'll lead off with Foundry Street Denizen. That was not cool at all. Yo, I appreciate the, the self-reflection, man. Do I block? I think no. I think I'm going to be the beatdown here. Maybe that's wrong. But I'm also the one with Goblin Chain Whirler, right? So I don't want to do a whole lot of trading. Look, it's all about just being kind, Vizos. And sometimes when you see something that's not kind, it's good to call it out. And I don't think it was malicious, really, or whatever, but I think it's just okay to push back a little bit. It's about informing. It's not about shaming. Another Burning Tree Emissary in turn 2. How bad is it? This is so sickening. I can't block either, man. Okay, so it's just a pure race. We might be able to win the race, to be honest. Alright, let's hope we don't die and hope they don't kill the Battlecry Goblin. We actually have lethal next turn, I think, since we can activate Battlecry Goblin twice. We can also play the Skirk Prospector to pump the Foundry Street. Nothing's got trample, though. Fuck, I almost didn't play it. Alright, so we'll take 6 down to 6, and they have no cards in hand. So we can survive next turn, assuming that nothing bad happens, but we can't block. I know, Mark, I thought about it, but I just wanted to be efficient with my mana and hope that we could play Prospector and then pump and then attack, and then whichever one they block, we could kill. And I don't think that we were lethal that turn. Alright, we'll play Snoop off the top. Just a land. Alright, so Goblin is 100% attacking. I think we attack with these. 3, 4, 5, 6. They're at 4. We can block a couple things to save damage. But it's essentially just we gotta fade a Tarkus command, we gotta fade a big haster, we gotta fade a play with fire. If they just drew land and their Bomat Courier is not that good, we can survive. But I am gonna block with Snoop. And maybe Prospector too. But maybe I don't. This is a tough block, actually, if they attack with everybody. There's a good chance I'm dead no matter what I do. If we block here, this is 2, 4, 5. If they sack this pre-combat to look for the top, these 2 cards for a Tarkus command or a play with fire, we're in trouble no matter what we do. But if they just play a blocker and we block with both creatures and they both die, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we just block like this and hope that they brick. All right, we're at 1. Now they're probably going to crack this looking for a burn spell. Let's hope they miss. If they find just a blocker, they block here. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to find a Goblin off the top. Oh, they didn't hit it. They just have nothing. That's so sick. If that interests you. Exclamation point Patreon in chat. We're looking to essentially just create a little mini hive mind. But I want to filter out the noise, so I don't want to make it open to everyone, right? 500 people in one Discord is just too much chatter. But I will be, oh wow, they're pushing that. That means they're going to stomp this, though, unfortunately. Fable on top. Okay. We'll play this on white next turn and then play Fable. We'll save the Conspicuous Snoop for later. And I do want the white, so I can get the second white for Rally. This is a matchup where Rally is excellent. Monkey Brain is technically started now, but I haven't posted anything there yet. I'm going to get Viper to mod if Viper is interested. Viper expressed interest in doing something similar a couple of weeks ago. Discard just Mountain, I think. Alright, just another land on top. Maybe I should have discarded one of the Sacred Foundries, but I didn't have the second white yet. Now I'm, like, flooded, but it is what it is. Viper, so I'm going to turn the $10 Discord into a playtesting Discord. And if you would like to join and or be a mod, you're more than welcome to. I was going to pay you some money, cash money dollars to Rally looking pretty bad here against Graveyard Trespasser. Generally just not having a big graveyard. Our opponent killed all our stuff. Snoop didn't hit anything. I guess we just fire up Den and attack. I don't think we play Rally. I think Rally's pretty loose. They'll just eat the token, definitely. Be happy to? Alright. Alright. Graveyard Glutton, huh? Heck of a magic card. Rakdos generally good against any creature-based deck. Ours specifically here. Looking a little weak, even with Rally the Ancestors, because Glutton is just chewing them up. And we had a decent start too, but push into Bone Crusher into push, you know, it's just tough. I don't really know what you're supposed to do in that spot against them. What's up, Digital? Alright, this matchup, I think Rally is good. I think we have to keep it. I don't really have many great sideboard cards here. The Thalias might be okay on the play. The Chain Rollers don't really do much of anything. I think this is a matchup where Loyalists can come out. And maybe we trim, like... Do we only have 3 Instigators? I could have swore I had 4. I do have 4. I'm dumb. I keep only seeing 3. I think it's because these are M19 and these are different border or something. I don't know. I guess they're all the same. I just keep only seeing 3 sometimes in my brain. We'll trim maybe a Scamp. I don't like cutting all the 1-drops, but it is what it is. Alright, we'll lead off with Mountain Prospector and then probably Thali on 2. Ringleader version is a huge dog. Yeah, I mean, having more bursts of card advantage is certainly fine. I mean, our payoff there was Rally. If we could have cast Rally instead of attacking with Den of the Bugbear 3 times or whatever, we'd have been much better off, but it's just not how it works. I think, in general, any deck where Stomp is good against you, Rakdos is just going to be favored. Are we going to attack for 1 first? And then we're going to play the Thalia. Interesting. I just never thought Ringleader was good in the deck anyway, so like I wouldn't want to play Ringleader even if it was good against Rakdos. We're gonna wait pretty late to play the Snoop, I think. Yeah, pretty expensive Thunderbolt. What's up, Rune Lord? How's it going, buddy? Been a minute. Hope you're doing well. All right, top card is a Rally. Apex with a big raid. Let's go. Let's play Snoopy off the top. Nothing. We'll play this as our white source. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I just misclicked. I don't know what I'm doing. Here for round 3. Let's keep. Pretty good hands. I know special effects, so you know, I don't even know what happened. It's crazy. My opponent is just being a big floppy wiener, dude. All right, so they're gonna play Witherbloom Command, doing the mill 3. We'll just let it die. It doesn't matter. They didn't hit Parhelion, so that's good news. All right, we'll play the Horde Master. This means that if they block, we get a card off the top that can maybe be cast. Let's swing on in. All right, we hit a Snoop. Nice. All right, let's hope we don't get Whoop next turn. We can upkeep, activate the Battlecry Goblin, but I think I might just draw it and play it and activate and get an extra token. But maybe pumping is better. Like double pumping with Snoop is better. Lots of salt from the opponent. It's not that much. It's mostly just they started off being salty, and I push back because I think it's important to do that. All right, well, now I don't... With the Parhelion hitting us for a bunch here, they'll have 2 blockers. So 1 blocker goes Snoop, 1 blocker goes that. You take 3, 11. I think we actually have lethal, as long as they don't have another play. We have lethal with activate Battlecry Goblin in upkeep twice, because they block our 2 biggest things, and we have 11 damage coming through. 4, 4, 3. If we play Battlecry Goblin first and then activate, that's 3. This has 4, 8, 9, 10, 13, 16, 19, 21, something like that, or 19, 20. Yeah, someone else figure it out. I don't know what max damage is. It's an extra 2 attackers, 5 power. I think it's probably better to play the Goblin. That's not a very nice thing to say, Mechanical. It's important to talk to people. It's important to find a middle ground, unless... Alright, we'll just play Battle Cry and then activate an attack. And this should be lethal. I haven't done the math all the way yet, but I think it's lethal. They have 3 blockers. They block the 3 biggest things. That's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. They take 3, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this might not be lethal, actually, with the 3rd blocker. Yeah, I think we're 1 short as well. Maybe they'll mess up. I still don't think we were lethal with Activate Battlecry off the top twice, right? We were still short. So, this is more damage technically, but I think we're still dead. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put them to 1. I mean, that was what, turn 4? Turn 5? I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Hearst comes in, Volley comes in. We can cut Rally. Maybe cut Fables. Let's see, do we want Loyalist? Loyalist makes the tokens not be able to block. I like it. Cacophony Scamp can maybe go. Maybe we do this over the Fables. Fables can still be good. I don't think Thali is that great. But maybe it's worth. Especially on the play. We'll leave it out for now. Mulligan. Alright, this is a much better 6. We'll keep. I'm going to put back Prospector. It's a lot worse since we don't have Rally in the deck after sideboard here. Maybe cutting Rally is wrong, though. Bunch on 5. We'll get Cacophony Scamp down. It's not really about the Scamp's sacking itself or whatever. Alright, well, they can't do anything this turn with graveyard stuff. And I want to play around Witherbloom command for the Hearst specifically. So we'll attack with these 2. They have push for sure. I guess not for sure, but it's pretty likely they have push if they led with Swamp over tap Shockland or whatever. Todd, do they board out the combo in some matchups? I play against a guy who always becomes Absent mid after sideboard, and I'm wondering how prevalent this is. I haven't seen that ever in a Greasefang deck. I don't know. Maybe they just like doing weird stuff so they're not vulnerable to graveyard hate, but I don't think that's correct. Alright, we're going to attack with both, and then I'm going to play Prospector Hearst instead of Fable, because we're just essentially trying to make sure we don't lose to Salvage into Greasefang right now. When does that ever happen, Tron Girl? I've only ever had 2 different, or maybe 3 different versions of the same card, but it's usually 2, I think. Here comes the Salvage. Alright, they find a Greasefang, some lands, and a Witherbloom. Let's see what they put in hand. Alright, so they did not put Greasefang in hand. They got Boseiju. That makes sense. So when they go for a Boseiju on the Hearst, we'll get the land. We'll eat the Greasefang so that Can't Stay Away doesn't work. Honestly, I would do that. That's like those 4 ponders, Tron Girl. I think that's fine. That's like a badge of honor. Alright, we really want to top deck like a Lord of some sort. Get Greasefang, get I guess a Salvage. I don't really know. Maybe we should hit lands. I'm not really sure what the other hits should be. When are we gonna get you another paper tournament? I don't know, Malachi. I don't know, man. Leaving the house is tough. I know that sounds weird or whatever, but it's just true. I could crew and attack with Hearst as 2 damage, but I don't think that's worth. Minuet, they just began the game by bitching about me playing Goblins. They're just like, Magic is so unserious on Magic Online. Leagues are such a joke, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, dude, you don't have to be like that. You don't have to choose to be a dickhead. You know? You don't gotta be a wet noodle. It's unnecessary. Alright, let's exile 2 more. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and play the Legion Loyalist, I think. Because it's pretty good against their deck in general, right? Their tokens just can't block. And I don't think it's going to change their play at all, so I'd rather just use my mana. Welcome to the 500 expansion explosion you bought in Jersey. They're just in a box, and it was only like 80. And they were all less than $1. I got them all for like 50 cents or a quarter. Well, see, that's the thing, Dill, is no matter what happens, they have complaint equity because of how they've manipulated the conversation, right? So far, though, Fable has felt worse than Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. All right. Do I want to cut the Fables on the draw? Do I want Thalia at all? I think I'll just chill. They think that they're fucking king shit because they can put a Parhelion onto the table or whatever. It's just awkward. They probably played Winota when it was legal. You know, they probably played Phoenix when it was broken. It just doesn't matter. They think that they're good and they're just dog shit. And they're just because no one who is good at games complains like that because they understand that that type of thing happens all the time. And if you spend your time being upset or angry or whatever at just generic normal things that happen, then you're just never going to get better and you're just wasting everyone's time. It's just honestly, it's just so cringe, man. In fact, I'm just gonna turn chat off. I'm just not even gonna listen to him anymore. Whatever. This clown shoes shit. It's just like normal shit that's happening. I just don't understand. Oh my god, Thoughtseize! Oh, you Thoughtseize my running volley? Oh no, that's so unfair! Yeah, Magic is such a cringe game. Who would play that shit? Clowns. Only clowns. I'm gonna get this down so we don't lose to the Greasefang. It's obviously less damage, but I just think it's important to essentially force them to interact with Hearst before they can combo. Like, if they just go salvage on tap Greasefang, we die. See? They just have it all. Alright, one drop off the top. That'd be nice. Nice. Oh, another Witherbloom come in. Oh my god, I'm gonna be super salty about it. I don't know, Aaron. I'm not privy to that info. We're gonna play the Horde Master. We're gonna attack. They should know our whole hand. They should know about the Den from the reveal. And I think they know about the Snoop from an earlier Thoughtseize, but unsure. We're gonna not draw the Hearse next turn if they kill either of these creatures, but I still think it's worth to play in case they don't have the removal. We just miss a damage. Pretty big deal. I also just want to point out that, like, they're just insanely slow. All right, here's a big salvage. They do find Greasefang. Now, do they have a land for it? If they do and they put Chariot in play, that's pretty bad for me. They kept a Darkboard Pathway, okay. And they played it. What are they saying? They said a lot of stuff earlier. Now, not so much stuff. What's up, David? That's why I close chat most of the time. Yeah, I usually have it open because most people are like, hey, like the stream, or hey, fan, I'm a fan, or just like good luck, and that's it. But this person is just one of the 1% of people on MTGO who are just insanely salty all the time, no matter what happens. They were salty when we opened the match with Turn 1 Skirk Prospector. They were just whining about me playing Goblins. Like, I just don't like. There's no way to win against someone like that. It's just impossible to win against them. All right, let's hope they don't have another kill spell for my hearse. Just a Grizzly Salvage. They found a bunch of shit that doesn't matter. Mana Confluence is the only thing they can get off a salvage. And now if they ever go to target anything, we have hearse. End of turn, we'll eat probably Parhelion Chariot. Aw, thanks, Tim. How'd golf finish up? That's bad. Wonder if they hit Snoop. They should hit Snoop. Alright, so Renting Volley gets exiled. We'll hit Parhelion and Chariot. And then we'll activate Din and attack. It's 4. Oh, we're 1 short. We're 1 short. Maybe we'll be able to punch through lethal, though. Alright, so we hit Parhelion for sure, and I think Chariot with the other one. Yeah, I know they can't crew this turn, but they could play something next turn to crew. And then I think they just died a Den, though, so that's good. Shot like a 103. I mean, that's not bad, considering you haven't played in a while, right? Yeah, Hearse is now just protecting me from so many top decks. We know they have Mana Confluence in hand, and now 2 randoms. Even if they crew the Sky Sovereign and attack with 1 creature, they're still dead to the Den. We also get a card off the top. We're at 15. We have Hearse to protect from any graveyard things. You gonna hit them with a one-liner when you win? Only if they talk shit. I'll leave them be if they don't talk shit. They're definitely gonna talk shit, though, I think. Alright, we're gonna mulligan this one. One-landers are tough. Hard to keep. On 6, I think it's a little different. We can keep a 6 or one-lander. Put back one of these 2 Fables. This one's also a much stronger one-lander, but, you know, not great. All one-landers need some help. Well, most one-landers need some help. Alright, well now I want to play Cacophony Scant first, so I can threaten to kill the elf. Alright, we'll attack the enemy and see if they block. Alright, we will yes sack. We'll deal no proliferate. And then we'll kill an elf. I guess I probably should have played Skirk Prospector. But I just want to do this. So we can maybe threaten the Kiora next turn. Kill him with kindness. That's what I used to do, Card Bros. But now I just try to inform. You know, that person's attitude and actions decreased my enjoyment level. And I think that they probably do that every round to every opponent. And I would much rather just try to stop that line of thinking. Like, I just don't want that to be a thing that people really go in on. I don't think that those types of things would be better, Dill, but I think maybe if we just play a lord like either I actually think that Hobgoblin Bandit Lord could be great. Just because I know this sounds weird or whatever, but it's just like it's hard to explain. It's like you got the filigree silex. Shit. Thinking. So if we just play Horde Master, they're both 3s. I don't think I want to sack anything this turn. Let's see. We can go Prospector, sack it. Or Prospector, Founder Street, sack both, play Horde Master, kill both Planeswalkers. I don't think we need to kill the Kiora necessarily here. Let's just play Horde Master and attack. We'll go 3 at the Karn, 3 at the Kiora. Yeah, the Hobgoblin pumping all your little things is great. And also, it's pretty good with Rally, too, right? Like, as long as you have 1 extra mana, you can activate them. It needs haste, though, which is the problem. But if you already have one in play, you don't need haste. You just need a red mana. So now they can play Filigree Silex. They can untap. They can put a counter on it, untap, and then pop it. But they lose their Elf and their Oath of Nissa, so I'm, like, pretty okay with that. All right, so they play the Old Growth Troll, draw a card. Now they can untap Nixos. Pretty bad spot for me, to be frank. Maybe I should have went all in to kill the Kiora. We would essentially had to have sacked 2 creatures to kill Kiora, and I didn't really want to do that. Maybe it was worth. Because now I'm wishing I had, you know. Yeah, they definitely don't know who I am or whatever, which is fine. Like, it doesn't really matter. All right, well, now I'm glad I didn't. But now they get to untap the Nykthos and go again. I know one of their 2 cards is Filigree Silex. The other one is probably very scary if they're doing all this. Yeah, that seems like kind of something cool to do, Thunderbolt. And if you have a bunch of Hobgoblins, it could be great. I'm thinking maybe we play Coco and Rally. But that's really tough on the mana base. But we have 6 lands that only tap for red, but the Den of the Bugbears are good. Like, they're so good with Horde Master. And they'd be good with Hobgoblin Bandit Lord, too, so we probably can't play both. I'm starting to think that maybe Coco's just better than Rally, though, because you don't need to have, like, a big thing for it, but the Fables have felt pretty out of place. So we'll probably do some changes after this league. This has been a really long league. Both of my opponents have played very slow. This is only we've had 3 opponents. One of my Rakdos opponent was fast. All right, so we can play Denizen Prospector and then attack both Planeswalkers. That's another 4s. Let's sack Founder Street and see if we can hit a 1-mana creature off the top. Sounds a little wonky or whatever, but I'm going to play this Snoop if I don't. Just a couple lands on top, not great. I will send 1 at Karn. Maybe we send both at Karn. 1 at Karn, 1 at Kiora. If they trade here, Kiora goes to 1. They're definitely going to trade, right? I just don't think I can win. So we'll just send both at Karn. They'll block 1, probably, but they might not, right? They have the Filigree Silex to blow them all up, but they might try to get it to 2. And they can get it to 2 next turn with Kiora and then blow it up to kill these 2. I think I'm just going to concede. Yeah, I would just probably play 4 War Chief and 4 Hobgoblin, but maybe it's 4 Hobgoblin and 4 something else, like 4 Chain Whirler. Because I think Coco into Chain Whirler is kind of cool. They didn't block at all. That's really weird. They're just like valuing the Old Growth Troll in play for some reason, but I just don't think that's that big of a deal. So now they can put it to 2, untap, then pop it to kill both these. We'll mill the land, but we get 1 fresh card to look at. I think they'll probably do that. And then they can also Sky Sovereign something. Yeah, I don't think Atarka's Command's that good in this deck. You know, it is okay to go wide or whatever, but I would much rather just play a creature that pumps everything rather than play a spell that pumps everything, especially in a Collected Company deck. I know that sounds weird or whatever. Like, people just are really into Atarka's Command in Goblins, and Atarka's Command works really well when you play tons of burst damage, things with haste, things that make extra tokens, and Goblins is like pretty close to being good with something like that, but Goblins almost always want you to play another creature. Yeah, Fireblade was in the original build, but I found Foundry Denizen to be stronger in most spots. Actually getting the power higher is very difficult. Alright, we're just gonna give it up. We'll get Thalian and Chain Whirler in, we'll cut Rally and Fable. This has been happening a bunch, which leads me to believe that Rally is just not very good. We just don't have self-mill, and the Skirk Prospector tricks are cool, but I haven't seen Rally be good outside of game 1. Alright, we're for game number 2. We'll keep this one. Didn't know there was a die roll after game 1. Does it always say that? Even in game 2? That's weird. I don't know, I just never noticed that before, I guess. Alright, Elf. If they want to block, I'm like fine with a trade no matter what. They should block. We maybe shouldn't attack because we have the Chain Whirler. I'm gonna say no. I'm hoping we just draw the land for Chain Whirler. The Thalia slows them down quite a bit, so I don't think we need to do the Scamp, and we can just do the same thing next turn that we just did. Alright, Filigree Silex. That's honestly terrifying. Alright, we're just not even gonna pop it, I don't think. If the Silex pops 1s, we still get to do damage with the Cacophony Scamp and the Elf dies. If they get it up to 2, they can blow these up, but we have a replacement Thalia. If they activate the Lair and block here, it's only going to be a 2/2. We can let damage resolve, and then we can sack Cacophony Scamp to kill the Lair. And then that'll still leave us with the ability later to kill something else. Okay. Fine with this block. Very strange. Oh, no, they're gonna... Yeah, they can't quite... I don't really know what's happening. I don't know that I play another thing. I'm gonna play a Cacophony Scamp. If they want to blow it for 1, that's fine, but I think they're gonna blow it for 2. Either way, I think I'm okay with whatever they do, and I just want to play out my hand. Beijing Mercadia? I gotta check that one out. I don't think I'll be able to use the mana, so I don't want to activate. I guess I could have maybe sacked the Cacophony Scamps. Something. Ooh, Battlecry Goblin on top. Not enough mana to use it. That's kind of been the way of the games today, though. You know, either I'm finding lands off the top with things like Hordemaster and I don't know. You get it. Alright, we're just gonna play the Hordemaster, and we're gonna attack with the 2 Scamps, I think. Could attack with a Goblin as well, but I think I'm fine just offering one of these trades, If they both trade for the cats, they both go face. The Esca's Chariot's not that big of a deal. They block with Chariot, we just let the Scamp die and we do an extra damage to the Chariot. After combat, we can just say no activate. And we can play Battlecry Goblin. Alright, so this one's gonna deal 2 to here. Then this, then this. We'll do no proliferate. Top card is Sacred Foundry gets exiled. We'll sack this to deal 2 to here. And then I can just play Prospector, or I can sack Prospector to play Battlecry Goblin. I think I just play another Prospector. Cavalier of Thorns. Okay, so now we just gotta go wide. Get Snoop down. We can kind of control the top of our deck a bit. We can announce this and then sack 2 Prospectors to play it. I don't think I want to do that. No attacks. Second Hordemaster will be pretty good next turn, but we really just need to draw lands. It's kind of annoying. Player of the Hydra, or sorry, Storm the Festival in the graveyard, pretty scary. So here we are, Karn the Great Crater being cast here. They don't have Nick though, so it's not as scary, but it's still pretty scary. They're gonna mine us. Let's see what they go get. Alright, Transmogrifying Wand costs 1 to activate, so they can use it main phase. It is Destroy. So if they kill Hordemaster, okay, they're going to kill the Snoop. So we do get the Hordemaster off the top. We'll get our 2/4 out of the deal. So we'll probably just play Hordemaster and then attack with both Prospectors and the Ox at the Karn. I guess if we attack with the Hordemaster too, it's guaranteed to die, but I think it's better just to do this. The Karn going to 1 is pretty similar, and they would have to chump block this, so... They might just want to let Karn die too, you know? I don't know if I agree with that, but maybe it's worth. They could turn this into a creature, a 3/3, right? And then hold it up to activate. I guess you can only activate as a sorcery, so it's not as good. Alright, 2 Horde Masters off the top. Guess we just say go. Just need mana to be able to play my things off of the Horde Masters and just don't have it, you know? Alright, so we get a couple more things off the top to play. 2 Battlecry Goblins. If I draw a land, I'll probably sack Prospector and play them both. Cure has the last card, another wand. I guess they're going to kill the other Horde Master, but now they're out of wands. Got a bunch of oxen. Should I attack with everything? I don't think so. I have this Chain Whirler just rotting in hand for 18 turns. Another Cavalier is very gross. If they hit a land, the next turn they can play the... Okay, so they hit a land, so now they have Storm in the graveyard for next turn. They got to draw a card, but it was a land they played it. We'll definitely take 5. That's a wild attack, if you ask me. Oh, right, they can untap. That makes more sense. Duh. What am I supposed to do, dude? I just want to draw land. Just let me draw a land. A land. I guess I just play 2 creatures. I mean, they're going to storm. I guess... Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now the Thalia doesn't work against the storm. We can play Snoop and kind of try to control the top card of our deck, but it just doesn't really matter. We need to untap with it. It's just too late. Too little, too late. Alright, let's play the 2 Goblins. We'll say go. Maybe attacking with everything was right. We lose 3 things. This dies for free. These 2 die for free. Yeah, I don't know. We would have dealt like 4 damage, maybe. Alright, so they found Nykthos and Karn. They can untap a land, activate Nykthos. Oh, they have a land in hand, so they can activate Nykthos, untap, activate Nykthos, Karn for a billion. That's game. We'll just concede. You win. Alright, we're here for round number 5. We'll keep. Pretty decent opener. We're on the draw, though. Thoughtseize is fine. Our hand is pretty good. We also have a nice curve. It's hard to break it up. We're going to be able to play stuff every turn, basically, for the whole game. They are a Giganta deck, so that means we're playing against Rakdos Sacrifice. I think that we're in trouble, but Rally could be good later. So they may look at taking the Rally. They do. I will get Foundry Street down first, because it can do the most damage as we play things. I'll probably play Battlecry Goblin this turn. Okay, so... Oh, that means... Okay, so they're Neoform. They just drew the 1 swamp. Okay, that's fine. This will be a nice test. Alright, let's go Battlecry Goblin down. That way next turn we can play Horde Master, and then when we attack for 6, we'll get a token. We can also play Prospector. The more I have Fable in my hand, the more that I feel like it's worse than Hobgoblin. Alright, here comes another strategic planning. Let's hope that they don't play a blocker this turn. The blocker this turn is scary. Nice. Alright, so let's go Prospector. Horde Master. Alright, so this attack is for a good chunk. We'll get a token out the deal. If we want, we could activate the Battlecry Goblin here to do a little more damage by sacking Goblin and Prospector. That'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's just shy of lethal. Oh, wait, no. We'd have to sack this and not the... Okay, so they're dead next turn, even with Atraxa. As long as Prospector stays alive, because we can sack whatever gets blocked. Nice. Alright. Easy win. They even Thoughtseize us. Alright, so I definitely want Thalia and Hearse. And this is a Rally out and a Fable out again. Leaving 1 Fable. Pretty good opener. We'll keep. Turn 2 Thalia is always worthwhile. We'll start with Foundry Street Denizen. Actually, we might not. We might start with Cacophony Scamp. I think it's Foundry Street Denizen, though. It doesn't get buffed by the Thalia, but it's still good for 3 when we go Instigator Scamp or something similar. Alright, no Thoughtseize. That's good news for me. Maybe wait till 3 to play Thalia, but I don't think so. I guess it depends on what they do. Let's see what they do this turn. Founding. If it's founding strategic planning, not so bad. Chapter 1. Obviously, founding strategic planning, one of the better starts. It allows for turn 3 combo kill, just because you get to mill yourself for 4 and fill the graveyard up enough. And you get to dig pretty hard. It also can set up for a turn 4 Neoform if you mill it off the founding. Alright, Den of the Bugbear, a decent land to draw. I'm going to play Thalia. It stops the potential for the combo next turn. It's not as much damage, but they kind of have to Fatal Push this before they can do anything. Next turn, we're going to be able to spray some damage with Foundry Street. And I don't think we'll be able to get it over the hump of a Tassiger, but we can let it match up with a Hooting at Mandrills. Otherworldly Gaze is the mill, but hopefully they just don't have a creature to play. That's all I care about. If they any spells are fine as long as they don't play a creature, we're in business. But we have to go pretty wide against them if they do play a creature. All right, they didn't play anything. So now the Thalia is probably going to die, and then my guess is they're going to kill Thalia, untap, and then maybe kill something else like the Foundry Street Denizen. So we'll just spray the board with as much power as we can for now. All right, Abrupt Decay on Thalia, that's fine. Next turn, we'll start with Snoop in case there's something cool off the top. Obviously, if we need to, we'll instigate her to buff the Foundry Street to punch through damage. But we may save it. We might need the +2 to get through Tassiger later. We'll maybe Snoop next turn first. We'll see. All right, here comes another World of Gaze on upkeep. Upkeep seems... That makes some sense, right? Because of the founding. They want to make sure they do it now. They should wait till draw step, though. But it's hard. I mean, it's not intuitive to put a stop on your own draw step. But mostly you just want a moment where you can do something before Chapter 3 goes off. But Teta Boy, he was the one that started putting it on the draw step, and that makes a ton of sense for founding, for sure. It makes a ton of sense for all sagas. And in real life, you can just announce, like, okay, still during my draw step before this Chapter 3 goes off. Personally, I think they should rework the rules so that your draw step is you draw a card and then your draw step's done. I think that should be the way it works, personally. All right, so they go for Fatal Push on the Foundry Street. All right, here comes a Hoots. And now I guess we just got to fade Neoform. If their last card's Neoform, we're in trouble. I don't really... They left open a blue, though, so maybe it's Stubborn Denial. All right, we'll snoop it up. Top's an Instigator. We'll go ahead and cast that. No reason to attack. Neoform to Atraxa is almost certainly game here. They had the removal for Thalia. We didn't draw... If they attack, I'm definitely just blocking with everything. Oh, they moved to combat on accident. They should definitely not attack. I would just literally block with everything that's not conspicuous Snoop. But they have it. They were... this is bad. All right. Let's see what they put in hand. So they're going to get a Founding, a Neoform, a Consider, and a Tassiger, and a land. So they get 5. Probably Breeding Pool. That's my guess. Maybe Boseiju, though. Alright, so Blooming Marsh, they play it. They got Tassiger. Consider founding Neoform. They had Push as their last card. Terrifying. Alright, we are basically dead, but I'm going to play it out because, you know, I want to see if maybe we can find a way to win. This having lifelink and us not having Scarlet Prospector is going to make that very difficult, though. But even if we draw Horde Master, we can attack, and then any blocks let us get creatures off the top, which can find things. But this game is basically over. It's tough. Alright, if we just draw a land or something similar, an inconsequential card, we'll just go ahead and concede. We'll be too far behind, unable to do all the damage. Goblin Pile Driver is actually pretty good against Atraxa. Maybe Pile Driver should be in the sideboard over Thalia. One, they both disrupt the opponent. One by just shrinking the clock of the game with a big attack, and the other by just making all their shit cost more. I don't know. Pile Driver has been in my sideboard before, but not in white versions. I thought Thalia would be a nice little sideboard juke that would mess people up, and so far Thalia's looked pretty good. Alright, see what we get. Land. GG. We would love to play first. Sand's pretty good, we'll keep. We'll go with Prospector into probably Thalia. And then Instigator, then Horde Master. Okay, Thoughtseize is probably going to take Thalia. If they don't take Thalia, though, then we might have to try to deduce their hand before we make our next play. Okay, so now we just definitely played Thalia. It's as much damage. The Horde Master, I guess, just represents a lot of damage with the Instigator. And taking one of the other 2-drops doesn't really matter. We'll give away the information by playing the Inspiring Vantage. I think it's just important to make sure our lands don't ever enter tapped. Alright, let's hope they don't have a Fatal Push for the Thalia. If they don't, then they're just going to be on the back foot for most of it. I should have played the Battlefield Forge. I'm taking a damage here for basically no reason. It's just a mistake. Alright, they don't have an answer for Thalia because they've F6. Nice. Alright, well, hopefully we just beat them down with a ragtag group of 1/1s. 2 mana Considerers, 2 mana Otherworldly Gazes. Not really where they want to be. Alright, 3 mana Strategic Planning, also fine. So next turn we're attacking for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to put them to 8. The Cacophony Scamp can hit them for a little bit too. Ah, man. Alright, I think we'll just chill. Hope for the best. We're not quite lethal next turn. We have a couple of cards that can do lethal next turn, but not through a blocker. And if they just play 2 mana Tassiger or 2 mana Hooting Mandrills here, it's not the greatest for us. The Thoughtseize and the Horde Master, and now with me just drawing a couple lands, it's a little awkward. 3 mana Brepticon on the Thalia is fine. We have Scarlet Prospector though, so if they ever get Atraxa down, it's not even game. If we draw a Horde Master, we win. I wish we had Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. We would win on that too. I think I can't attack. If we attack, we lose the Prospector, and then Atraxa's bad. This is just a classic case of flooding. Like, normally stuff like Fable's supposed to help out with this. We kept a 3-lander, just drew 3 lands and 1 or 2 spells. It's tough, but it happens. Thalia did the job, though. Thalia slowed him down quite a bit. So they're attacking here. This is 100% Neoform. I think it's okay to take it. I think Rally can kill as well. Let's see what they find off the Neoform. They don't have green for Abrupt Decay. Well, they found Abrupt Decay. They have Overgrown Tomb, but that deals them some damage. Let's see what they take. Mana Confluence also deals them some damage. I'm pretty sure I'm just losing here. Like, we just drew poorly after our opener. The Thalias aren't really working out as well as I'd planned. Alright, GG.